Today I'm going to show you how to replace Porsche carbon bucket headrests and go from this to something like that. And I'm not talking about the latest generation of 992 folding buckets where the headrest simply comes off. I'm talking about the 918 buckets. In my case, I purchased them used from a GT3 RS, and they did have a GT3 RS logo on the headrest, so I decided to customize it, which brings me to my next point. I found this company that can fully customize your headrests into anything you want it to be. You can customize the leather color, the stitching, the logo. You could put your name in the headrest as opposed to having a logo there. In my case, I went with black leather, yellow matching stitching, and a Porsche crest. And for comparison purposes, this is what the product that I took off from the passenger side. I already did it off camera. This is what it looks like, GT3 RS. On the back side, it looks virtually identical. Installing it is somewhat straightforward, but you will cut your fingers. Hopefully in this video I'll give you enough tips and tricks so you can do it yourself, because I have not seen any videos online of this process. So let's get to it. Step one is to move the seat forward as much as you can, and then move the other seat back as much as you can, because you have to get in the back seat. Well, isn't that fun? Shoes off. Let me get the camera. There will be a lot of close-ups in this video. Next step is to tape up this area behind the headrest because it may scratch, and I'll show you exactly why. Okay, one layer first. There will be another layer once the headrest comes off. Next step is to get a short piece of pipe, if you will, because the idea is to insert something here and pull the headrest back. In my case, I'm using my T10 Torx screwdriver, at the end of which I added a piece of tape so I don't scratch anything, and you insert it into this hole and you basically pry it out because it sits in a tunnel. Again, on this side you won't be able to see it, but I'm doing it anyways. And as it comes out, you can kind of continue with this tool, or you can use a trim removal tool. Okay, it is out. What you have to pay attention to are these clips. These are the clips that could potentially scratch the carbon fiber. Once they unclip, you can simply unfold it, and before you do anything, and sort of see it kind of falls out from the bottom, you want to pay attention to the way the foam sits inside, because this is the headrest that's fully removed. And if you pay attention, you see there's a little flap on this headrest. So that flap is not tucked in, that flap is flapped out. So if you want your leather to sit correctly, you want to make sure that it's sort of, this thing goes over, that you don't fold it in when you put the cover back on. But yeah, so removing this cover is very straightforward. See, comes out. Before we put the new cover on, let me show you what this looks like on this side. This is it. You've got the quality control thing, you've got some coating at the bottom. But it's really raw carbon fiber. You can see carbon fiber layers. Once you remove the foam from the headrest, don't move the headrest just yet, because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these clips on the old headrest that you have to transfer onto the new one in approximately the same spots. So you basically move it from this one to that one, and I'll show you how I remove one. You basically bend it out, push it in, and it comes out. There's a little lip here. It's hard to explain, you have to see it. But you see, this is what these clips look like, and this is the sharp edge that will pierce your finger. So you will do the same thing with all of them, but essentially we took it out of the old one and we're clipping it onto the new one, like that. After you've transferred all the clips, you can discard the old one. The new one, you want to hover over the seat, because you want to put extra tape over the areas that have the clip, just in case the clips rip through what you have there and scratch your precious carbon fiber seat. Now that that's done, we can move to the front because I'm going to try to squeeze as best as possible. You see this lip? This lip needs to fit into this groove, and this is pretty straightforward. Might be hard for me to show with one hand, but you see right there, you kind of want it to go into this lip, and when you put it in place, you kind of want to flip it up just to make sure you've got everything lined up correctly. All right, so we'll flip it up, put the foam in here. I am gonna have to come out and do it from the front. Doing it from the back is a little awkward. Stop it. The lip is in. We flip it up. Everything looks nice and smooth. And it rests on the back like this. This we will tuck in at the end. Now that we're in the back again, this step took me some time to figure out, but I finally got it done. Essentially, you want to now flip this whole lip inwards and stick it in. It is easier said than done because you cannot easily do it with your fingers, but what worked for me are these needle nose pliers, and you basically grab it from the edge and you force it in. You kind of force it in, and it will eventually kind of bend itself in. You want to make sure that you're even on both sides, but that's exactly how it worked on the other side. You bend it in.
Eventually.
Okay, so it clipped here. It clipped there. Once you do one, it'll be easier. See, it's pretty quick actually once you're done. Before you push it all in, you want to maybe push some of the excess here. How cool is that? Now let's remove the tape and see what it looks like in the front. Okay, this turned out better than I expected. Check it out. Nice smooth texture, both this one and that one. The stitching matches perfectly. I have a nice logo in the center. So if you are looking to upgrade the headrests on your 918 carbon bucket seats in your Porsche, this is one way to do it. I'm going to link the vendor down in the video description. You purchase it, and in the comment section you customize the color and whatever it is that you want. It took maybe 4 weeks for them to get here. And the quality is on par with OEM, stitching is on par with OEM, fit and finish, as you can see, is on par with OEM. Installing it, yes, you will hurt yourself a little bit, but it's worth it. So yeah, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions or comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.